Hello survivors! In this video we're going to discuss the recoil mechanics, the differences between weapon classes, and the best ways to utilize them. Every weapon has its own recoil pattern that makes it unique compared to the others. The dispersion stat has been removed from the game and the randomness in weapon behavior minimized. Recoil pattern is a curve traced by weapon sights when firing. Each weapon model has its own unique pattern, but every burst of fire from the same gun is going to be slightly different from the previous one. Let's see how this happens. Every shot has two consistent parameters, recoil direction and crosshair displacement, making the pattern always look similar. Recoil direction defines where your crosshair moves, while displacement describes how much it shifts. After that, the crosshair moves a bit more in a random direction. The size of the circle in which this movement may happen is influenced by whether the character is standing, sitting, or on the move. This way, every burst of fire comes out to be unique. Firing from the hip is more unpredictable. The recoil pattern stays the same, but the bullets are scattered randomly around the crosshair instead of following the given trajectory precisely. It makes firing from the hip much less effective than with aiming. Every weapon has its strengths and weaknesses. Let's take a look into specific examples and talk about their pros and cons. We'd like to start with the class that was affected the most by the recent changes. That is, the assault rifles. High damage and effective distance, walls and objects penetration, as well as good stopping power are all the things that describe the assault rifles. Although there is one factor that prevents this weapon type from dominating: the recoil. Assault rifles' recoil is designed in such a way that you're not likely to hit anything with fully automatic fire. Short 3 to 4 round bursts, on the other hand, would be the best way to go. Specifically for this purpose, we've added the first 3 shots recoil modifier. With proper use and sufficient skill, assault rifles will prove effective both at short and long distances. The sniper weapons class is now represented mostly by bolt-action rifles. These have the highest effective distance, precision, and material penetration stats in the game. A good sniper becomes a deadly opponent for players in light and medium equipment sets. One of the sniper's weapon's exclusive features is a chance to deal bleeding damage. But if you decide to become a sniper in the world of Survarium, avoid opponents in heavy equipment as well as close quarters combat at any cost. Due to low rate of fire, you won't get a chance for a second shot. In Update 0.46, all semi-automatic rifles have been moved to a separate class of carbines. Unlike sniper rifles, these have a higher rate of fire, resulting in lower damage, but they are less dependent on supporting weapons and can prove useful even at close range. The drawbacks of this class include the ineffectiveness of hip fire, a relatively low speed of aiming, and a noticeable impact on the speed of movement. Pistols in Survarium are the saviors of snipers and an emergency option for the emptied-out magazines. It's a supporting class of weapons which no self-respecting survivor would go into battle without. At players' request, we removed the pistol's impact on the speed of movement. In addition, they no longer negatively affect the number of cartridges for the main weapon, and their damage has been increased. Pulling out a handgun is now quicker than ever, making switching to it more preferable than waiting for the main weapon to reload. This may prove crucial in a critical situation. Alas, the bigger the distance, the less effective is your handgun. When it comes to short distances, no other class matches shotguns. Don't waste time on aiming, shoot from the hip. Due to wide buckshot dispersion, it's really hard to miss. 1 shot, 2 tops, and the enemy goes to respawn. But if you fail to get close enough to the opponent, you're the one who's going to be an easy prey. Unlike shotguns, submachine guns, given some skill, can also be effective at medium range. An easy-to-control recoil lets you effortlessly keep the enemy in your sights while firing long bursts. However, don't expect to hit the enemy hidden behind cover. SMGs are only capable of piercing the thinnest materials. Having almost no impact on your movement speed, this weapon type allows you to quickly reach the capture point, change your position, or cross a dangerous patch controlled by snipers. However, low effective distance and ammo capacity make you vulnerable in the open. Machine guns. These are simple and universal weapons created for continuous automatic fire. Their large magazine lets you obliterate a group of enemies without needing to reload, while the ability to pierce even through concrete walls will leave enemies hidden behind cover no chance. Finally, machine guns' effective distance is not inferior to that of the assault rifles. Speaking about the weaknesses, we should mention their heaviness, long aiming time, high recoil, and low first shots precision, all of which take time to get accustomed to. Thanks for watching. Did you know the British scientists have proved our channel subscribers to shoot 17% more accurately? See you on the Survarium battlefields.